Do I wish I would have found this earlier in my life? Sure, but do I think it's too late? Oh, well, my head's a bit chopped off. It's all right. If you've been following me from the beginning, you're probably wondering, where the heck has she been? I'm here. Hi, hello, I'm alive. This past year has been a journey, a spiritual journey, I guess I could call it. I don't know. But this is probably the best comeback video I could make. Life's been pretty good. I've been working at home. And my whole life has revolved around that, which was the problem I ran into, actually. I've been so grateful for my life and where the path has brought me, but it's taken me forever to finally find my thing. I have quite a few friends that are either working their dream job or have established an interest outside of their job that's became a part of who they are, and I never really felt that way about anything. I've had a couple of hobbies here and there, but I had never really found my passion. And let's define passion first. For some people, it's just a hobby that you really enjoy and you love investing time and sometimes even money into it. And for others, it's like their calling or their life's purpose. For me, I would say it's kind of something in the middle. I've had a lot of different interests throughout my life. I played a lot of different sports when I was younger. I played piano for a while. I did photography. Just a lot of different things. I even started a second YouTube channel, a gaming channel. I have always had this kind of creative outlet of sorts, but I never really found anything that I could call my passion. But my point is, I searched for this thing unintentionally. This past year, I actually prayed about it. So I guess that was intentional at that point, but something that I kept showing up for no matter what, no matter whether or not I was making money off of it, which is kind of a topic for another time of whether or not you really need to monetize your passion. Whole different discussion, but I did come really close to it when I started modeling. I had a period of time where I was obsessed with the industry. I was constantly watching fashion shows. I was following models' lives and diets, and then I started doing fashion shows myself. I started looking for agencies. I put a lot of effort into trying to get myself into that space, but after a while, it just wasn't worth it to me anymore. I didn't feel like I was great at it. I didn't like all the drama that came with it. I didn't like dealing with the cons of the industry. And I feel like when you're passionate about something, you're willing to address issues where needed, but despite those things, like you're still willing to work at it. And I felt like that in the beginning, but after a while, I was done. I left modeling, which, hey, that could be another topic. If you were here way in the beginning, my first vlogs were me doing fashion shows or diets or exercises that all helped me with what I was doing in the modeling industry. And it's crazy looking back how I just dropped it. After giving that up, I felt kind of empty and sad. Like I said, I work a pretty good job, but there's so much more to life than just work. I needed to find something that really truly fulfilled me. I became anxious and a bit depressed and isolated. I even felt unfulfilled in some of my friendships at some point. I was just going out and doing the same things all the time, and I just realized it wasn't really serving me. One day I was sitting back and thinking about different ways that I could express myself, whether that be through photography again, drawing, painting, modeling. No, it's not happening again. I did consider going back, but it's not for me. I even thought about joining a dance team. I did an audition for a dance team a while ago for like a sports team. Don't know why I did that, but I mean, like, I try new things. I try new things all the time. But I thought about times where I felt inspired, where I saw someone doing something really cool and was like, wow, like they look amazing, or that looks like fun, or even that looks great, but I could never do that. One of those times was during a show at Universal Studios during a Halloween event where there were a lot of dancers and fire people and acrobatics. It was the first time I had seen that type of show at Universal Studios, and I was like blown away by the production that they put on. The people in there were so talented. There was like people up in the air like doing flips on chains, and it was crazy. But I looked and was like, wow, like that looks amazing, but I can never do something like that. It was like Cirque du Soleil, but make it sexy, you know. Another time was during another Halloween event when I was at SeaWorld, and I went in a restaurant, and while we're eating, above us was a girl like that was really flexible and doing a bunch of different shapes and spins and stuff like in the air over a net like while we were eating. And again, I was amazed and impressed and inspired, but at the same time I was like, I don't think I could ever see myself doing that. They probably trained forever or just naturally good at that. What would make me think that I could why would I ever think I could do something like that? But you know what? I am so thankful for the day God showed me that sometimes my mind is my worst enemy. I went ahead and found an aerial art studio near me. It was literally like 10 to 15 minutes away, wasn't that expensive. I was like, look, I'm gonna go to this class. Never done something like this before, but I'm gonna go. I had just canceled my membership at the gym and was looking for a different way to work out at that time too. So I packed my things up, got in the car, started driving. I was super anxious and nervous on the way there. I hate that stage of trying something where you just know like you're gonna suck in the beginning. And it had been a long time since I've gone through that stage. I was like, I really don't like want to go in here and like suck. I like considered like turning around, and I considered giving up before I'd even tried it. I was like, you know what? No, you're gonna go to this class. I forced myself to go in and had the best time of my life. Literally, I did not expect to enjoy that class as much as I did, and I since then have went back to that studio at least 3 times a week. I go in there for class. I've even started taking other classes. Like I started the aerial hammock, I tried aerial lyra, I tried flexibility, I even tried pole dancing. But I mean, out of all of those, aerial hammock has really been the thing that I vibe with the most. As you can see, I even have one at home now, but I can't even describe how this activity makes me feel. In that first aerial hammock class, I did struggle, but I went back the next week and the next week and the next week. And by the third or fourth week, I had realized like you can get good at anything if you just practice at it. If you put time and effort into anything, you can get good at it. That is how you build a skill. And I've kind of like generally known that, but I don't think I've ever really worked hard towards something like I do this. Like even the sports I played when I was younger, like I wasn't practicing outside of practice. Like I'd go to the field after school, track, whatever, do what I need to do, and that would be it. I wasn't running in the neighborhood when I was at home. I wasn't stretching, I wasn't conditioning. Like I just never cared about anything enough to be working on it outside of those sessions. And even though I go to the studio 3 times a week, I've done everything I can to have access to building that skill outside of the studio. I'm at home stretching. I am at home dancing and practicing pointing and conditioning my upper body. Like I'm doing all these things, and because of that, that's how I know I really love this. The fact that I've stuck with this and put time and money, I literally feel horrible on days that I do, like if I skip a class, like I do not feel good. I only skip class like if it's absolutely necessary. It's like a part of my routine. I have never loved an activity this much in my 24 years of living. My friends and family will tell you that they've never heard me talk about an activity as much as I do this one in my entire life. I literally I literally annoy people about it at this point. The thought of me ever having to give this up due to an injury or financial circumstances like makes me bawl, like literally brings tears to my eyes thinking of my life without this now. That's passion, if you ask me. Do I wish I would have found this earlier in my life? Sure, but do I think it's too late? No. Yes, there are people who have been doing this forever that are now my age and beasts at it. Will I ever be performing in the Cirque du Soleil show anytime soon? Probably not. But I think there are still plenty of opportunities out there for me to harness this skill. Is that even the right word? Use this skill. And even if I go my whole life at this point never making a buck back, I will be happy. Again, that is passion. Just this past weekend, I drove an hour and a half by myself to see a show by myself put on by an aerial company in Tampa, Florida. It's a studio that I never trained at because a lot of people kept telling me that it's really intense and that they're not good with beginners and they're all about performing, which that's probably true after what I saw this weekend. They said that that was their first time ever putting on a show, but that was an absolutely fantastic show. But me a year ago watching that show would have been super intimidated, would have been like, I would never be able to keep up or train with them. But me today, I saw some of that stuff and was like, I can do that. But again, even if I can't, like, I'm still willing to work at it because I enjoy it. And some of you may never find your passion, and that's okay too. Just at least find something you like, something that you'll stick to. It doesn't have to be like your life's calling or purpose, but something that kind of just is a part of you. Something that brings you joy, even if you're not excellent at it. It could be playing video games, collecting something, painting, taking care of pets. I've started an aquatic rainforest in my apartment. I have a turtle and a frog now. That was irrelevant. Anyway, I also advise you to step out of your comfort zone to possibly find said passion. Stop telling yourself,
oh, I could never do that. Oh, I would never be able to keep up.
I even was telling my waxer, I was telling her like about the pole dance class that I had taken, and she immediately responded,
oh, wow, I am way too out of shape for that.
Girl, no. Does pole dancing take some work? Yes, but you can build your way up to it. Everyone just doesn't start out perfect at anything. People, most of us, start out horrible at things. Horrible. We have to work our way up. But I mean, like, obviously if she just knows she wouldn't enjoy pole dancing, that makes sense. But like, just to like say no to something because you can't see yourself doing it, like not even like giving it a chance, not even trying it. Like, I've had all kinds of friends tell me that they've taken the aerial class or taken the pole dance class and they had the time of their life, even though it was something that they thought was just way too out of their comfort zone to do. And that's another thing I love about this. I started posting on Instagram, and I've had people that I haven't even talked to in a long time reaching out to me asking how I got into this and telling me that I'm really good and that I've inspired them to go try classes. And I've never had people tell me that I inspire them. That feels pretty cool. But this got me thinking, this is actually what led me to making this video. I kind of want to share my journey with everyone. So if this is content that you're interested in, just how I got into it, how I maintain it, what to look for when you're looking for these types of classes, things I wish I knew before I started this activity, let me know in the comments and I will start uploading more. I know you've heard me say that like 20 times, but I think I'm way more excited about this content than I was Chloe Ting and what I eat in a day. I mean, I'll probably still post like workout and diet-esque videos because like I said, like I condition at home. I need to keep up my skills some way, and I need to eat for energy. So those are still topics that can be covered. But like I said, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found your passion, comment down below what it is, and I will see you in the next one.